Tony D'Angelo just pulled up at the end of NXT Deadline. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I'm your host, as always, The King, and NXT Deadline was not a terrible show. They might have actually brought me back, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, it was a 5-match card. Right. It was, you know what I'm saying? We had the Iron Survivor match for the men and women. Tatum versus Izzi Dame. Oba Femi and Ricky Sainz started out the show with the NXT title. And we also had Mr. Iguana versus Ethan Page for the North American Championship. So we're going to start with Oba Femi versus Ricky Sainz in the rematch that we've all, okay, maybe not all of us have been looking for, but some people have been looking forward to it, of course. And we got to this match, right? And of course, I have a difference in opinions and when it comes to Oba Femi and Ricky Sainz, because Ricky, to me, back in AEW, I was all in, pun intended. And, you know, music, promo, in-ring, all the above. He got the NXT. The music's meh. The promo's still good. And in-ring, still good. I just hate his new finisher that he has to do the tornado DDT thing. We get into this match, right? And at some point, Ricky Sainz picks up Oba Femi. Now, here's my thing, right? If the dude could have done that already, why the hell do you have him doing a tornado DDT for a finisher when he can literally pick up Oba Femi? You had him do this to Oba, you had him do it to Jasper Troy. He can literally pick up Oba Femi. You just saw it. Why not have him hit the Rochambeau to win? You have him doing a spinning tornado stratisfaction off rope. The stupidity in people, it baffles me a lot. But him doing that tornado DDT thing really just like it was killing the vibes. It really was. Seeing that he can't pick him up now, I hope they stop doing the tornado thing. Regardless of the fact, Oba Femi picks up the victory and regains the NXT Championship, and now it's official because now that since he won at Saturday night's main event, he will be facing Cody Rhodes 1-on-1, which is great, honestly, perfectly great. So now Triple H, now you can run through with my plan that I had on that last video I just did. You can have my boy Oba Femi hemp up Cody at Saturday night's main event. Come on, man. Let's make a star. Let's have him pull up and hemp Cody. He has to beat Cody. You have to let him beat Cody. Cody losing, I need people to stop thinking like it's going to end people's entire livelihood and end their career. Like, you could make a gigantic star out of Oba Femi by having him win. Like, it's really that simple. Oba Femi needs to I'd rather he just destroy Cody, but I know you're not going to have him do that. So have him at least win the match. Do something different. Do something interesting. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Kevin Owens showed up and he beat John Cena? Like, do something. Come on. I don't got to keep explaining this to y'all. I don't have to. We're going to get to the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match where Kendal Gray, the unexpected person that people probably did not see actually winning this matchup, actually won this matchup. The women were going crazy. I won't lie to you. Like, they were going really insane. And I'll actually add it to where the men's match, where they pretty much were like dead even with points. It kind of got the same thing here first, where it started out with both of them each. Like, everybody was getting a pin after pin after pin. And in this spot, when you have to compare and contrast Kendal Gray and Ren Sinclair's, Iron Survivor matches. Ren, it took her forever to even get a pin, and that took like all the way towards the end of the match to get one. Kendal, she got one like out the gate. She was racking up points. So shouts out to her. And we saw how impressive she is in ring. Really impressive. She's the Evolve Women's World Champion currently. So now she gets a shot at what's her face? Big Nose, JC Jane. She gets a shot at JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship at New Year's Evil. Shouts out to her. So in the beginning of this match, when Sol Ruca had got her entrance in, she was immediately attacked by Kelani, and she targeted her leg, and the security guards and doctors were bringing her to the back. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe she'll be in the back and she'll get that Trick Williams moment where Trick got those points in the last few seconds. So I was thinking like maybe she'll come out the last like minute or so of this match and then just hit a bunch of soul snatchers and get pins. Turns out that wasn't the case. She pretty much pulled back up after like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. She came back out with the knee brace on, and then she hit double soul snatchers on both Kendal and Lola, I believe. If I can recall, I think that's who she hit it on. And she got 2 pins back to back on that one. So she got her double points with that. But the standout of this match, out of all the 5 women, personally, it was Kendal Gray. It's crazy. I don't like Soul Ruca might go like second, but Kendal Gray, like when she's in the ring, she be going crazy. I won't lie. If there was something that she had to work on, maybe it might be like promos and character and vibe. But outside of that, hey, when it comes to that in ring ability, she bar none, like top of the food chain. So I'm interested. I'm intrigued. They got me a little bit. Mr. Iguana and Ethan Page. This was one of those. I don't want to call it a piss break match, but if you wanted to take a piss during this match, you could have. But the match was a fun little match. You know, Mr. Iguana, he's going to entertain the people. He's going to play mind games with you with Leyeska, you know, and that's what was going on with Ethan Page. Ethan Page couldn't stay on his feet long enough to even see what was coming next, because Mr. Iguana, hey, he was like 5-10 steps ahead of this dude. It wasn't until he got sick of Leyeska and then spit on it, threw it out to the ramp. And that's when Iguana got turned up. But hey, it did not matter. Ethan Page eventually hits my guy with the twisted grin and gets him about the paint and retains the title. Mr. Iguana is a very entertaining guy. I just need him to stay away from WWE. Now, I know he can make his money. Let dude make his money, but it's just like Triple H is. You know how WWE is, man. They'll take a gimmick and they'll just run it straight to the ground. They're gonna have you use catchphrases and everything, and they'll just like ram it until it's like, all right, bro, this is trash now. This ain't even entertaining no more. And I don't want that for Mr. Iguana. You know, I don't want that for him. All right, so Tatum and Izzi Dame. I enjoyed what was going on in this match. You know, it was the whole, you know, betrayal storyline. You know, you've seen it with the Matt and Jeff. You've seen it with, you know, a bunch of other people over the years, you know, where they're begging, like, no, please, I didn't mean it. I'm actually still your homie. I'm your friend. I'm your brother. I'm your sister, you know, kind of thing. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that part of it, you know, with Izzi tricking her, Tatum and luring her in. What I didn't like was right at the ending portion of this match, after Tatum slams Izzi onto the announce table, she pretty much throws her back in the ring, and then she gets distracted by Shawn Spears bringing up the dolls of both Izzi and Tatum in front of her. And I'm like, bro, she already doesn't trust Izzi already. Why the hell would she even be looking or paying any attention to Shawn Spears and these dolls? Like, I get it, she has a connection thing to him, but like, no. we've already established hey, I'm not on your side kind of thing. Like, you could have already we don't need that. I didn't need that. So that pretty much distraction caused the problem. She hit dude upside the face with the dog, got in the ring, caught a boot for her troubles, and then the, you know, Izzi Dame Clash of the Titus looking move, and yeah. So that was that for her in this match, unfortunately, and she lost. That's the part that I disliked of this show, was having her do that back to back. We don't need that. Come on, man. Come on. And then we get to the main event, the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. We start out with Leon Slater and Javon Evans, and of course they're gonna put on the show. They're gonna go crazy. They're gonna be wild. And Young OG, the youngest in charge, they were going back and forth with everything. Booker T was hating all of it, saying that they were too busy trying to counter each other's moves and rather than get pins. Which, I mean, I guess you can look at it that way, but at the same time, hey, they you know what I'm saying? They're tag team partners for multiple times, so they knew each other's moves. It was a wild set in the beginning of this match, but unlike the women's match, the men's match, again, everybody only got like one fall throughout this entire match. That's it, you know. And then that's Dark stayed in the back. Dion said he can handle it himself, and Dion was tapped in. Right? He was doing a lot of a lot of wild antics. Okay, like even towards the end of the match, he threw Javon wasn't even supposed to be in the penalty box, but he threw him in there with the referee that was guarding the penalty box, and then locked the door shut so that they couldn't even get out. And then Javon ends up climbing out of it and then diving out the top. So yeah, Dion was tapped in with the heel work. Joe Hendry, of course, over is all hell. Can't stop any of that. Who else stood out to me? Myles Borne. He had a couple moments. Okay, he had the dive over the top on the Javon and Leon, and then he hit the super Born Again, which is pretty much the zigzag, but he hit that on who did he hit on? Javon, Leon? Can't remember who he hit on, but he hit on one of them off the mid rope. And outside of that, I mean, he didn't really stand out like the others. Unfortunately, though, my boy, man, look, Leon was real close on getting the W. And then Joe Hendry picks him up and then throws him. He was about to throw him like powerbomb style into the crowd almost, or onto the railing at least. But it gets reversed and he hurricanrans both of themselves pretty much over the top rope. And then when Myles runs in to get the pin after throwing Dion over the announce desk, Javon rolls him up and then gets the last second with like 3 seconds left on the clock. He gets the last second pin. And he is now the Iron Survivor and gets a shot at New Year's Evil against Femi in a rematch for the NXT Heavyweight title. Femi comes out. He's in jeans, no t-shirt, glistening with the belt, dreads down. Like, hey, man, we about to run it back. About to run it one-on-one back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody chilling. Lights go out. Screen comes up. You see a blurred silhouette of a dude walking on a bridge. And who is this dude, you may ask? Well, as I said in the beginning, it is Tony D'Angelo making his return. Shows up and then drops the young OG.
That's Tony D'Angelo!
And stares a hole directly through Femi. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The last time we saw Tony D'Angelo was like back in July, and he was at a meeting where he said he was not the Don anymore, and then he looks to the left of him, some figure shows up in front of him, and then they cut the black on some Sopranos. Like, we get no explanation to it, just cut the black, and we haven't seen him since. And now he just shows up tonight and in wild fashion takes out Javon. Dude got a beard that looked crazy. He looked wild in the eyes. He got a new jacket, new fit. I don't know. Low-key was starting to look like Nico Vance. But hey, we'll see what this new thing brings for NXT going forward. I will be tuning into this Tuesday's NXT. I wasn't tuning in the past couple weeks, but I'll tune in now. So with that being said, y'all let me know how you felt about NXT Deadline in the comment section down below. I enjoyed the show. Outside of the Tatum ending sequence that they had and all the ads, they run hella ads. NXT and WWE, just all kinds of ads in between the show, in between the matches. It's crazy. It's wild. They need to stop doing that. But outside of that, I enjoyed it. So y'all let me know what was your favorite match of the night. My match of the night personally was the men's Iron Survivor match. Second close to the women's. That being said, I'll see y'all here next time. Plot.
Damn! He ain't gonna be a
MVPs.